She was crowned Miss United States, you know, a symbol of grace, public aspiration. He was a rising congressman, power, influence.
Right.
But their private relationship, well, it took a really dark turn. And now it's exploded into this full-blown public investigation.
Yeah, and what's really striking here, I think, is how fast, a personal issue, especially one driven by digital messages,
Right.
can just spiral into a massive political scandal. Everything's on the line for both of them.
Absolutely. So today, that's exactly what we're going to dig into. This unfolding situation with Lindsey Langston, Miss United States 2024, and Congressman Cory Mills. Our goal here for you is really to cut through the noise, look at the claims, the denials, and frankly, some incredible ironies we found in the source material.
Yeah.
We want to give you the core insights, what's really going on, and maybe more importantly, why it matters today.
It's almost like a case study, isn't it? Private lives, public figures,
Totally.
but with this very modern, very digital layer that just magnifies everything.
Okay, so let's lay out the basics for you. The relationship between Lindsey Langston, the current Miss United States, and Congressman Mills, it apparently began back in 2020.
Right, lasted a couple of years.
Yeah, until sources say earlier this year, that's when it ended. But according to Lindsey, that's precisely when things took, a very disturbing turn.
Lindsey's claiming that right after the breakup, Mills started sending a stream of pretty upsetting messages.
And not just like angry texts.
No, not typical breakup stuff. The threats she alleges were really specific. Seems like they were designed to intimidate, to create fear.
She claims he actually reminded her he still had private photos, intimate videos too.
Yeah, and apparently got worse. One message allegedly said something like any new man in her life would know what was coming.
Wow, that's direct.
Very. And another warning, she says, was that he still had the videos and could share them at any moment.
Okay, so you can just imagine the kind of fear that instills.
Oh, absolutely. Profound fear, vulnerability. Lindsey reportedly felt, that her future relationships could be ruined.
Right.
Her title, everything she worked for, could be tarnished. Her whole dream life could just sort of collapse.
And it looks like she acted fast.
Seems so.
Our sources say she started gathering evidence right away, screenshots, messages,
Documenting everything.
and then filed a police report back in July. Now, that report got elevated pretty quickly to the Florida Department of Law Enforcement, the FDLE. What does that tell us? Is that standard, or does it signal something more?
That's a really good question. Look, high-profile cases sometimes move faster, that's true.
Okay.
But the FDLE stepping in, that's the state's main criminal investigation body. It suggests the local police likely saw enough credibility in her claims
Okay.
to say, okay, this needs a higher level, more thorough investigation. It means it's being treated as potentially serious,
Yeah.
not just a minor spat.
Got it. So potentially serious. And what's Congressman Mills saying about all this?
Complete denial. Across the board.
No ambiguity there.
None. He's put out statements calling the claims false and politically motivated. Basically, an attempt to smear him, ruin his reputation.
Politically motivated. Okay.
And significantly, he's already hired a criminal defense lawyer. That tells you he's gearing up for a major fight. He sees this as a serious attack.
Right. And that legal fight is already happening, in a way. Lindsey tried to get an emergency restraining order, didn't she?
She did, but the judge initially denied that request.
Why? What was the reasoning?
The finding was not enough immediate danger.
Does that weaken her case at all?
Not necessarily, no. The bar for an emergency order is really high. You have to prove an imminent threat, like right now.
Okay.
So the judge's decision doesn't mean her overall claims aren't valid. It just means at that specific moment, the court didn't see enough proof of immediate danger that couldn't wait for, a proper hearing.
And there is another hearing coming up.
Yes. That's the key thing here. It's not over. There's a hearing set for August 18th. And that could absolutely change the situation. The restraining order could still be granted after they review more evidence.
Okay. But here's where it gets, well, almost unbelievable. The irony factor.
Oh, it's huge, isn't it?
Congressman Mills' own legislative work. Tell us about that.
Right. So our sources point out that earlier this very year, Congressman Mills was vocally supporting legislation aimed at cracking down on exactly this kind of thing.
Like specific.
Specifically revenge porn and sextortion. Laws designed to stop the non-consensual sharing of intimate images.
Revenge porn.
And using threats to share those images to coerce or control someone. That's sextortion. he was championing laws against it.
So the very laws he supported.
Might now be the standard used to judge him if these allegations are proven true. Well, it's a deeply ironic twist, a really striking one.
With potentially massive consequences for him.
Monumental.
Yeah. So the stakes here for both of them are just incredibly high.
Absolutely sky high.
For Mills, like you said, if these accusations stick, his political career could just implode. Especially being tied to a law he pushed for. That's devastating for credibility.
Completely. And for Lindsey, her Miss United States crown, her reputation, it all hangs in the balance.
Yeah.
She's framing this fight, according to sources, not just as self-protection, but as holding someone accountable. Someone she claims tried using power, influence, and even intimacy as weapons against her.
So for you listening, trying to sort this out, it really boils down to a fundamental question, doesn't it?
It does. Who's telling the truth?
Is Lindsey exposing something dark about a powerful figure? Or is Mills right? Is he the target of a political hit job?
It's definitely moved way beyond just a messy breakup.
Oh, yeah.
It feels more like a collision. Power versus vulnerability, reputation versus survival, all playing out very publicly.
In this digital age where everything feels amplified.
Exactly. And it forces us to look at how quickly private moments, private messages can become public weapons, especially when politics and power are involved.
So as the FDLE continues its investigation and we head towards that August 18th court date,
The pressure just keeps building.
yeah, the stakes just get higher and higher. This really could become one of the most explosive political scandals we've seen in a while. It could shatter more than just a title or a career path.
It really makes you confront these tough questions about trust, about potential abuses of power, and how vulnerable our digital lives can make us.
So maybe the thought to leave you with is this. In a world where our personal moments can be captured, stored, shared so easily, what does a case like this, playing out on such a public stage, tell us? What does it tell us about how fragile privacy has become, and about the dynamics of power, influence, and accountability in public life today? Something to think about.